your phone.
Calvin! I don't want you to go to jail.
I am shocked that they would do this, but it's clear they're trying to force me out. He's got me in the chest move and he knows it.
Unless...
What?
Zac, you have officially been served.
I need the baddest gold-digging bitch you can find. Have her come by the office and ask for Hayden.
All you have to do is sign this paperwork, and you'll be out of here in an hour. Go ahead and sign.
Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. This is Season 5, Episode 12, Trailer Breakdown, and the name of the episode is entitled Backlash. The synopsis is, Fatima sets a plan in motion to get back at Hayden. Zac and Fatima travel into uncomfortable territory with Karen, putting their relationship to test. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if that's what you choose to. If not, just sit back, relax, and we gonna get right into this thing. So after Calvin and Sabrina have given Q the beating that he has so rightfully deserved, Calvin tells Sabrina to grab her phone. I'm assuming maybe it's to call the cops, which is about 15 episodes too late, but I guess better late than never. So Sabrina tells him that she doesn't want him to go to jail, and Calvin kind of scoffs at her comment, which I understand because we know what Sabrina has been through somewhat, so I understand why she doesn't want anyone else to travel that path. And I'm just, I was looking at them, and I'm like, you know what? I am so not here for the two of them rekindling anything. I don't want to see anything romantic coming from Sabrina and Calvin. I don't like Calvin for her. I really don't like him for her. And even though Sabrina has definitely done some questionable and low down 30 things to Calvin, in my opinion, I still feel as though she deserves better than Calvin. Everything about their union is just, I think I like them the least bit as a couple. Like, I like them the least. I just don't want to do it. I can't take the back and forth with them, and I know Tyler, so I know it's happening. We don't know bio like that, but I'd much rather her deal with him and his priesthood and princehood and royalty than to deal with Calvin. That's just me. So we get to Andi and Robin, and Robin is fully aware of what's happening to him professionally. And he knows that they're trying to push him out, but Andi has information that can help him. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Robin's, but we all know that Robin is good at his job, and he has been a great asset to Andi in times where she's needed him to pull strings for her friends in the jacked up judicial system. He's done just that, even though, they don't have sex and all that. But he's good at his job, and he definitely does not deserve what Gary and Hayden are doing to him. So I'm going to need Andi to come up off that information, because she's kind of acting like coy for the boy, like, well, like, maybe I got something that can help you, maybe I don't. I'm like, Andi, this man helped you get your friend out of jail. He done came up with half of the bail money. I'm going to need you not to play this role. I need you to sing like a canary. I need you to tell him what you know. Go tell it on the mountain. Let this man know what Hayden and Gary are doing to him, because he deserves it. And like I said, he has helped her out in so many situations. I'm not even understanding why she's hesitant to give up this information, whether it's going to get Gary in trouble or not. I don't understand what her hesitation is. But then again, this is Andi Barnes. So moving right along. So we see Hayden, who officially serves Zac, because we know that Heather is suing him for child support. So Fatima gets on the phone, and she is requesting a gold digger, and the baddest one at that. And she wants this woman to come in the law office and to ask for Hayden. I got a lot of different feelings about this. For some reason, I don't think this is gonna work, to be honest. And I'm like, honestly, Fatima, with all the connections that you have, I honestly feel this is a little beneath her. This plan is a little elementary. I'm I'm like, this the best you can come up with. And for me, I feel like, Hayden isn't doing anything to directly dig at Fatima, but he has an issue with Zac. He does not like Zac. So the things that he's doing is, of course, is trying to put Zac in jail or put him in a crazy, situation, or to jeopardize whatever, I guess, good things may be going on in Zac's life, meaning, his financial status. And I'm like, I just don't think a woman is going to change Hayden's perspective or his desire to ruin Zac. I just don't think, the girl may be a gold digger. She may be good in bed. Sex may be bomb. But I just don't think that's going to distract Hayden in the way that Fatima thinks. So I really don't think this is going to work. But, we shall see what's going to happen. What's going to happen with that. Maurice and this prosecutor, like, he has to go. He has to die. I know last week I was saying he ain't got to die, but this man is playing this role because every time he comes up on the screen, like, I get an attitude instantly. So he's playing his role. He's definitely doing what needs to be done in this particular in this role, and it's like he's just so vindictive, and just so vindictive. It doesn't matter if Sabrina did this or not. He just wants Sabrina to go down for it because she's being represented or because she's friends with Andi. So she wants Sabrina to suffer. And I'm just not feeling it. And so he wants Maurice to implicate Sabrina. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, dude, let it go. You're divorced. Let it go. You shouldn't be this bitter. It's sad seeing bitter men, but it's a whole bunch of them out there. There's a lot of bitter women too. I'm not disregarding that fact. Moving right along. So I'm sorry, y'all, that the visual of this, because I could not find the preview on Twitter. It was on Instagram, but it came up. It wasn't like a vertical shot. It was horizontal, so it looks weird, and I don't like the way it looks. But just to talk about this, to kind of put everything together from the different previews. So we see Zac and Fatima talking, and Zac is telling Fatima that the lawyer told him to make nice with Karen, and her response to him was, I ain't cool with that. I said, oh well. I'm sure Zac isn't cool with the fact that Fatima isn't wearing her engagement ring, but she's doing it anyway. And for me, you know what I'm saying? I know there were some people who were saying they understood Fatima's perspective as to why she wasn't wearing her ring. And that's good, because I don't see it. I don't see it. I think Fatima gave a bogus ass excuse as to the reason why she's not wearing her ring. And I feel like this is a character flaw in Fatima that rubs me the wrong way. But I'm glad that, for people who can call it out, well, it is what it is. I feel like Fatima makes decisions where she doesn't consult Zac, and she wants him to be in agreement with what she's doing. Yet and still, I don't think she extends that same type of grace to him when he wants to do certain things. The fact that, I will give Zac this. I do agree with what the lawyer said. And I even said, if Karen's child is his, I bet he gonna talk to her, because he ain't trying to give up a lot of money with child support. And I'm gonna just be honest. I would like to see them be able to handle this outside of the court system. But at the same time, I don't think Karen needs to lowball herself because he got another child. That's not her concern. You having 2 kids who you got to pay child support for, that's on you, sir. But anyway, I'm trying to be mature about this. But I would love to see them be able to do whatever without the courts. But I just didn't like the fact that Fatima was like, I ain't cool with that. I'm like, and this ain't your child, ma'am. Sorry, you're the fiance. You're not the wife. So but anyway, I just didn't like that. Because I do believe that Zac is trying to be somewhat mature about the situation and handle it, like above bar or whatever. Like, I didn't like Fatima's response to him when he told her his plans or what a lawyer advised him to do with the whole Karen situation. And so there is a quick moment that we see Aaron, and it looks like he is in Karen's office. And he doesn't look, I ain't gonna say he don't look happy, but it looks like he's being told that he is not the father of her child. I never believed that he was. At time I wanted him to be, but it looks like he's getting the news that he isn't. And I received many questions, interestingly, about this particular situation. I'm over the whole paternity aspect of this. I don't care who child it is. And I do think everybody who has, those who know I have not watched If Loving You Is Wrong, and I think it's another show that some of you guys were telling me about, how Tyler wrote in like a whole nother person and nobody knew this woman had sex with, and the baby ended up being some random dude's child. And I know that Tyler Perry recycles storylines, but I just honestly don't believe that's what we're going to see with the whole Karen, Aaron, and Zac situation. I really do believe that Zac is going to end up being the father of her child, because it just makes better TV and it creates more drama. One of the things I was going to make a separate video, but I'm not going to do that. One of the things I do believe, I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion, when the doctor told Karen the dates where she could, I guess, figure out, I'm not even dealing with dates no more, because Tyler Perry, we all know that 5 episodes can be one day, but he trying to make us now believe that it was a week, and we know different. But we understand we cannot deal with rationale and common sense when it comes to Tyler Perry's writing. We all know that, because regardless, he's going to find a way to make it make sense in his mind. I believe that even if it was just for a moment, I think that the way that Aaron is showing up for Karen and being there for her, I honestly believe that there's a piece of her that was probably actually looking forward to him being the father. Just even if it was like a split second, I think she wanted that. But that's not what she's going to get. That's just my opinion. I do still believe that Zac is going to be the father of her child. And so we see Andi and Fatima, and Andi tells Fatima, like, you know, I feel like you holding secrets from me. Is there something that you want to tell me? And to me, this scene felt so weird, because I know there's a lot of people out there who saying Andi and Fatima are homegirls and they best friends. I've never viewed them that way. For those who have been listening to me, I believe that Andi has used Fatima like Andi uses everyone else. I believe that Fatima gets a lot of information from Andi, or Andi gives Fatima information, because Fatima doesn't know her. Fatima doesn't know Andi like Danny, Sabrina, and Karen knows Andi. So there are certain things that Andi can share with Fatima that Fatima doesn't have a backstory on, or she doesn't know the whole story. So her perspective is very, what's what I'm looking for? Her perspective is not as vast as the others, because she doesn't know a lot of information about Andi. And I just felt like, you holding secrets from me. I'm like, Andi, you keep secrets from everybody. That scene just felt weird, because I really don't look at them as being friends like that. That's just me. I really don't. And so I'm saying, I'm interested to see how Fatima is going to finesse that. Is she going to be honest with Andi about her being engaged? I don't know, because I just feel like it's none of Andi's business, but I just don't get it. I don't see them being I don't see them being friends like that, but to each his own, but that's just me. And then lastly, we see Karen and Sabrina, who Sabrina looks like she's in Karen's office as well. And Karen tells Sabrina that she doesn't look okay. And Sabrina tells her that she's traumatized. And I'm glad that that was the word that was used. And I'm glad that Sabrina also had the verbiage to share exactly how she was feeling. And I just feel like the fact that she was locked up, the fact that she had her freedom taken away from her, that is something that could put somebody on a very dark path. And, you know, we still don't know how this is going to play out. But I was looking at Sabrina's situation in comparison to Danny's. They were both traumatizing. You know, they were both, I'm sure, created a brokenness in the sense of definitely trauma. But I don't know. Danny just kind of like, it happened and I'm moving. They don't process this, and that is one really big flaw I feel like is in Tyler's writing, that these women don't get an opportunity to sit with the brokenness, to sit with places that they need to be healed in. They just get up and go as if nothing has happened, and I feel like it does more. It's more of I don't know what word to use, but it's more of a stain on the show, because I feel like if these women actually did this, it would make for great TV. I really do. Like, to see them go through the process of healing, seeing them like still making their mistakes because they're still human, but just really having an opportunity to sit with the trauma, acknowledging it, dealing with it, and moving on in an effective and healthy way. But this is Tyler Perry, so we'll probably never see that. But I hope you guys had a really great Christmas for those who celebrate, for those who are celebrating Kwanzaa, and even going into the new year. I pray that everything that you put your mind to that is beneficial for you and not harm to others, that you see the manifestation of it. And everything that you want to do, all your dreams, all your visions, everything that you are putting pen to paper on, and even though things that you are speaking out into the atmosphere, into the universe, I pray that God honors that, especially if you're trying to be a help and a benefit to someone else. So I will holler at y'all a little later. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. One.